Okay. Let me get you caped here. Hold on. Your microphone over there. Is it cold? Oh, yeah. There you go.
Did you have trouble grabbing it?
Icy hands. That's not good.
You see what?
I said icy hands. That's not good. A little icy cold there. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna do a haircut and Q&A session for Will and me. I posted to my Instagram, ask us a question, not that long ago, so I thought it would be a good idea just to put it in the video. So first question is, how did we meet? Will can answer.
Well, we met exactly just like this. Except for she wasn't cutting my hair. She was sweeping the floor in a barbershop. And that's how I met her.
What were you doing?
I was getting my hair cut and washed. By one of her ex-coworkers.
And then he started coming into the barbershop every week, requesting me to do his hair. And we've been together, 9 years since then?
Yeah.
That was 9 years ago? Okay. Next question was, do you see us having kids in the near future?
Am I answering this?
Yeah, you got it. I asked the questions and you can start.
So, yeah, no, probably not, because there's no possible way to have children with me. I've been clipped for I'd say about 18 years now. So, I got a vasectomy 18 years ago. So, and plus, I don't think we really want any. I don't think she wants any, so.
No, and I knew that going in, that he had a vasectomy. I think actually you told me that, shoot.
Yeah, I never, that's not a secret to nobody.
One of the first conversations that him and I had was that he had a vasectomy, and I knew also that he had 5 kids prior, so I understand why. But going into the relationship, so I met you when I was 25. I for sure didn't want kids when I was 25. That was something that I was absolutely not. I'm not having kids.
Yeah. So, to answer that question, it's a big negative.
No, negative.
We have 2 4-legged kids, and they're great. Except for the smallest one. She talks back all the time. You wouldn't think cats talk back, but they sure do.
They talk back.
That one does.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know, now that I'm 35, I get why people have, that internal clock and all that, and it's a lot of pressure from outside sources with having kids and stuff, and I think that we would be good parents, we're definitely on the same page with a lot of things, but also seeing not just how the world is now, but how other people raise their kids now, it would be extremely difficult, and I feel like there would be a lot more obstacles to face than our parents had. Because kids nowadays, kids are treated like adults, therefore they have no respect for other humans. Kids are very entitled nowadays, and as little as 5-year-old children I come across very few polite, well-raised kids. A lot of kids are bossy and the parents think that it's cute. I don't like that. But I also think, like, even though, like, you and I, like, I'll never be a mom, that doesn't mean that I won't influence somebody's life along the way, you know? Like that movie Collateral Beauty had said, your children don't have to come from you, they go through you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's people that have given me life-changing advice who I don't even remember their first name, but I remember their advice, and their words had meaning and an impact on my life, so that's that. But it's just us. He's got a bunch of grandkids, and that number is always changing too, because
Yeah.
he comes from a very fertile family. So how old were you when you had your first kid?
19.
Do you remember, like, how did you find out that you were going to be a dad at 19?
My pregnancy test?
Were you there when she took it?
Yep.
Aw. How did she react?
I don't remember. It was just, I mean, it wasn't the greatest time in my life, I can tell you that. But I didn't walk away from it.
Right. If you could do it over again, did you like having kids young, or do you think it would
So if I would do it all over again, would I have the kids young still? Yes. Would I do it a different way? Yes. If I knew then what I know now? Yeah, because a lot of people think that their fun time and party life is when they're a child or younger. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess so, but I think I have more of a good time now being older with my kids being adults because I can hang out with them now too because not only are they adults, but I'm not in a wheelchair and you know what I mean? And my oldest son's going to be 31 this year, so and it's not like I'm in a wheelchair and he's got to come visit me in a nursing home or something. Being my age, my parents even had kids when they were young too. So
How old were your parents when they...
my mom was 17 when she had my oldest brother.
Oh, wow.
21 with me. You know, my dad was 24 when I was born.
And you're the youngest
Well, I'm the youngest.
with your mom.
I have a younger brother. That's my dad and my stepmother's. But you know, still brother.
Right. Okay, another question. Where was our first date?
At a bar.
No. Our first real date.
Our first real date.
And we haven't been back there since. Red Robin.
Oh yeah, Red Robin. I mean, that was just out to dinner. I mean,
Going out to dinner is a date.
I guess, yeah.
Where is our favorite place to vacation to?
In our backyard. Our favorite place to vacation to would be Tennessee
Yeah, we've been there a lot.
or the UP.
Yeah, I love the Upper Peninsula.
Which a lot of people don't realize the Upper Peninsula is still the U.S., of course, but it's like a totally different country up there. Like just if you haven't been there, go. It's beautiful up there.
Yeah, I like Tennessee. I mean, I love the Upper Peninsula also, but I love Tennessee. Going to the mountains, the waterfalls. The Upper Peninsula actually has over 300 waterfalls.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
And we've only probably seen about 20 of them.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think what were some of the other questions. What are we doing this weekend?
Well, this weekend we are going to sit at home and chill because
Finally.
I have been go for a while on the weekends. And today I think is the first Saturday I've actually done nothing, in a
Yeah, it's been
while.
nice. So, what's your favorite thing to do if you have me time?
Me time?
Mm-hmm. Me time, like you time.
Just me?
Yeah, just you.
I just chill and watch TV, honestly. About all I do. Best me time you can get, I guess. Just relax time.
My favorite thing to do for my me time is do my nails. I love it. Love it. Are we going to be going out on our boat this summer?
I mean, I don't know if possible. It's, we only went on it one time last year.
But we have friends that have a boat, so we go out on their boat a lot, and they keep theirs at a marina. So we really do spend a lot of our weekends with them. And they got a new boat this year.
Yeah.
So excited to see that. And the problem with going out on our boat is that it's an older boat. It's a 1988 Four Winds. But you get a lot of anxiety when we go out with our boat, and it kind of takes away from like the enjoying part of everything because you put everything together and you have to make sure that the engine's running properly, everything's good, and it kind of takes away from like
Yep.
you're so
That's
worried.
with anything. You got to do that with anything.
Right, but if we go on somebody else's boat, you don't worry,
Well, then, because it's not my problem.
Exactly.
I mean, it would be, because if we broke down, I'm sure I would do my damnedest to get back mobile or something,
But for me, it does, because I can remember like going out a few times with you, and you're like, "Why are you relaxing? You need to look at this. You need to do this." And I'm like, "Whoa! What is the point of having a boat if we're not going to enjoy it and we're just going to be a bundle of nerves every time?"
That was probably when we first put that new engine in it. So, you put a new engine in something, you have to keep an eye on everything.
Right.
Just like look, the first engine I put in it, we were a mile out and lost all oil pressure. That was scary because we were in a very heavily current river. But they made it out.
Yes.
And we've had no problems, no issues with the boat. You know, it's been pretty good. We've had it, what?
Since 2019?
Yeah, this will be our 4th year with it.
Yeah. Because I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, we didn't have an engine in it yet. We got the boat for like a steal for, what was it, like $500 we paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
And we had bought it from a girl, she forgot to winterize the engine. So what Will did was he put an engine.
So I had a engine that was the same type of engine, and it was an older engine, but it
Wasn't it for a van?
it was out of a van, but it still was a
Same type.
same type of engine. It didn't hold up, because I've put via car engines in boats before and they've held up fine, but
Yeah.
that one just didn't. I mean, we went down the river a couple times with it, and then I think the last time we took it out, it just was done.
Like, I would rather sell our boat, but not sell it to family or friends, because I have like a big like
Yeah, no,
no with
not
that.
happening.
And then just get kayaks, because then we can get exercise and you don't have to worry about anything motor wise. Because when I'm on the water, I want to relax or exercise. One of the two. Get some sun, chill out, or if you're in a rowboat or anything like that, like exercise. Like, I really, really enjoyed the kayaks when we were in Illinois last spring.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun for me. Yeah, like, no, I understand why you get anxiety, but you gotta understand too that it's not fun for the other people that are with you when you're worried about stuff. Alright, next question for you, Will. What's the update with the Dakota? When are you coming out with the video?
I have a video that I started. I've gotta finish it up, but
He's got footage.
Yeah, I know. It's not old stuff. It's just from last weekend. So.
But it does run.
Yeah, runs great.
We're just waiting for the video footage. Can you think of any questions? No. I just did your beard for Valentine's Day. Well, I did the neckline and all that. Will got spoiled for Valentine's Day, and then the day before Valentine's Day, and then on Valentine's Day, Will and I went to like in Murphy's Inn, it's called. Mm-hmm. It's a really good bar restaurant, but we go there for the food to eat. It was really good, but they were having trivia night when we walked in. And for some reason, every time we've ever played trivia, if we're involved in the game, I don't know any of the answers. Maybe like him and I will guess like one or two. But we weren't signed up to play. And I knew so many of the answers. One of the questions was, this country in South America, despite of its name, never gets colder than 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So despite of its name. Okay, South America, Chile. And that was right. And then they put on there the Willy Wonka characters from the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie. And you had to guess what the characters were. You had to get 4 out of the 10 right. I got pretty much all of them, so did you.
Yeah.
And they were giving away, like, cute Valentine's baskets. I'm like, oh man, the one time we didn't play, I knew all the answers. Other questions? I should have had it. It's all on my phone, but that's what I'm using to record this with. Yeah, do that again for me? Perfect. Let's see. Other questions? Some of them were inappropriate. Other ones, which, whatever. Your one friend asked if I would ever forgive him. But I don't think he watches these videos, so I'm not answering that. I'm sure people wanted to know the tea on that. We'll leave that private. Questions about my dad, but that's like, if you know me personally, you can call me and we can talk about it. Other than that, like, I'm not posting anything about my dad to YouTube anymore. Just because other family members were using the information that I was putting out there. And how do I explain this? They were using the information that I was putting out on YouTube to talk to extended family members, acting like they knew what was going on, when in reality they're not involved at all. So we will not be discussing that any further. But I will say that I am doing my part as a daughter to do the best I can to be there for my dad and the people who I love in my life. And I think that's just a part of life, you know. You take care of the ones that once took care of you. And I feel bad for people that come from pretty messed up family backgrounds and they don't realize, like, or they don't understand the concept of caring for your parents. It's just what you do. We're old school around here.
Yeah.
You know, you too. And it seems, I don't know if it's like this for other people, but it seems like, especially in our families, that the youngest sibling tends to do the most.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm all about results. Don't matter who does it. Somebody's gotta help.
And then,
What?
I'm gonna go for a drive here in a little bit. We will take everybody with us.
We will? We already did a Detroit tour. We're gonna go to Detroit.
We're gonna go there at night and see how it looks.
Here's a look. That's alright. Today's kind of just a chill day. I had some work I had to do earlier. I did my friend Nikki's nails, and she brought over her stepdaughter, who's 6 years old. I did her nails. That was so cute. Right now is it Lent or Lent?
And for those who don't know, that down Detroit, they're building this new building and a bridge down there that's very large, and just want to go see the progress of it. I haven't seen it in a while, so that's what we're gonna do.
Say hello.
In a little bit, we're gonna get something to eat, and then we're gonna go check that out. That'll be good and fun, something to do. And then there's a cat.
I was trying to get her to talk. He was talking. Okay,
Yeah.
I put you down.
Hello.
Yeah, she'll say hello. Hello. What's your biggest fear?
Mine?
Mm-hmm. You don't have any?
No. Fearless.
Good answer. What's your biggest insecurity?
Mm-hmm.
What's your biggest flex?
My what?
Biggest flex.
Don't have none.
So the opposite of insecurity.
I know what that. No, I didn't know what you were saying. I hear a boo.
What is your biggest flex? Like, what's something that ain't nobody can touch you on? You're proud of yourself for. That makes sense.
I feel like I don't think anybody can touch me on lots of stuff, but that's how I feel. You know what I mean? But I just feel anything that I do, I perfect it in my way and do it better than anybody.
Anything you do?
Yeah.
You've got a lot of skills. I always joke with people. I say, where there's a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest fear is I'm claustrophobic. My biggest insecurity.
I don't know why I hate when that goes into my mouth.
What?
The
Sure
long
got
hair.
that? I think as the older I get, the less insecure I get. What makes you really irritated? Like, what sets you off?
Just being. I think my biggest irritation is me because I'm too nice. And when people ask stuff of me, I do it.
Yeah, you're a yes man. You gotta learn boundaries and to say no. Which is hard, but what's the worst that can happen if you say no? People say, oh man, that asshole. He just told me no and I asked him for a favor. All you gotta do is say no. I have a hard time with that too, with a lot of things, but then it backfires on me because I'll say yes when I really want to say no. What do you love the most and hate the most about being a parent? What?
What do I love most about being a parent? That my kids are all adults.
And what do you hate about being a parent?
Is that I'm still a parent, even though they're adults, which just doesn't make any sense either way. I don't have to take care of them. They're and such as a baby weighs or childhood, but I still have to
Well, you're always a parent.
be there for the bad times.
I think.
'Cause that's usually what they need me for.
Yeah,
when they're
I
having
think
bad times.
exactly. It's never, hey Dad, I'm having a great day. Life is great. Thanks for raising me. It's, why did you bring me in this world? My life is horrible because of you. Kind of thing. Not all the time, but. So I think it's. But that's what parents are for, you know. They're there, and you kiss boo-boos when your kids are young, and you tell them everything's going to be okay, and you do everything in your power to make sure that they're okay. That when they're older, and if they still have their parents around, you still go to your parents in times of need. Like, no matter what, you're always going to be a parent, and your kids are always going to come to you. So rather, your kids come to you when they're feeling stressed instead of going to something more dangerous. So if their parents are still around, I think that that's really important, and you have to find the beauty in that. Because, say they call, I had a bad day, and the reason why they're calling you is because they know that your words are going to make them feel better, even if your actions can't help them to make them feel better anymore. At least you're still that comforting voice that they're calling. Because I kind of got, like, for a little while too, like, wow, these certain people, they only call me when they want something, need something, or are having a bad day. But it's like, you know, hey, they're calling me because they feel in some way that I can make them feel better. And that's pretty cool, I think.
And she just made me feel good.
I can't hear you.
Microphone fell off. Oh no, she just made me feel good.
No,
Cutting my hair.
See, I made you feel good.
Making me feel. I'm like a handsome Santa Claus now.
Yeah, you are. I mean, I enjoy Q&As, but I will say this. I'm deeper, and I like to have more, like, intellectual? Is that a word? I like to have deeper conversations about, like, just life and stuff, you know? More so than kind of, I guess, grade level stuff. Like, I like to get deeper into how somebody is and their feelings and what triggers you, what brings you great joy. That's a good question. What brings you great joy in life?
Automobiles?
Automobiles. I knew that one. You're a very simple man, and I think that's...
I am a very much so car enthusiast. I've had, just in the past, probably 8 years, these projects that I buy, and this Dakota is probably the first one that I actually going to finish, because I'll end up just selling them without putting them together, or you know, just whatever. It's marvelous. Marvelous.
I do see one hair, though, that's sticking out. One hair is unacceptable! Yeah, I just, like, even with my clients, they come in,
Oh yeah.
first meeting somebody, there's one here.
I can see it in there.
It's like I don't necessarily like that small talk with people. I can do it, but I would rather have deeper conversations. Like, so do you believe in aliens?
I believe in Groot. Yep, I am Groot.
You believe in Groot?
He's an alien.
Do you think that there's other life forces out there?
Probably.
I think it's pretty crazy to think that we're the only ones. Do you think that aliens will ever... Do you think they're smarter than us, or...
I don't have.
Smart? Well, you don't think about it much because it doesn't affect your life, so why waste your thoughts on it? I think about
As far as them being smarter, I don't think there's any smarter than us, but there is. I'm sure there is other life forms out there. There's other places that are like Earth. Like, why wouldn't there be life form on them?
Mm-hmm. What do you think happens to our soul when we die?
I don't have a clue.
Do you think that we move on? Or
I don't have a clue.
Die and
no clue.
That's it. It's just empty, void, and nothing. Do you think we're reborn? Something.
Unfortunately, there's no way to find out. People say they know, but...
Well, what do you believe? What do you think?
I don't
You don't think
know.
about it? I like to think that there's life after death. Think of it. It's like a transition. Like how the Lion King says, Mufasa, when he's talking to Simba, like when we die, our bodies go into the earth, and the earth grows grass, and then the antelope eat the grass, and then we eat the antelope. It's like it's the whole circle of life. Yeah. I even, like, when my grandma was in the nursing home, and because, she's dementia, and her brain is just in a totally different state right now, and it's kind of cool because it's like the older you get, if you live to be like old, if you live long enough, unfortunately you live long enough for your loved ones to also pass on. And so as you get older, it's like you're going to a new funeral every other week, and everybody passes, your grandparents, your parents, your aunts, your uncles. If sometimes you live beyond your siblings and all that, and it sucks. It's like you're left with really just your legacy and your descendants that you leave behind. And hopefully, if you're good enough, they'll still be in your life and they'll help take care of you. But where my grandma, with her dementia state of mind, is she still believes most days that the people who have passed on are still alive. Like, she'll say, "Oh, I just saw my..." Where's your... Oh, okay. She'll say, "Oh, I just saw my mom yesterday," or something, and her mom's been passed away for, 30, 40 years. I think that's kind of like the collateral beauty in it. Like, that's really cool. And so I had asked her, I said, "Grandma, what do you think happens when we pass away?" And she said that the angels come and get us. And that's what she believes. She didn't really, give it much thought, but just curious with her mindset now. I'm like, what do you think happens when we pass away? Did you figure she's closer to the end than, most of us? Excuse me. Ta-da! You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, that's this video. Thanks for watching our odd Q&A.
Yes.
And we'll see you. They can't hear you. We forget when we have our microphones.
I said goodbye.
I know you heard that. Alright, bye guys. Thanks for watching.